of Europe. This building will stand 1,300 feet high when finished. So that's going to be a very, very tall building. A pyramid, glass-shaped building, I'm told. That's not even halfway up yet. That's not even halfway yet. And apparently, we've got a McDonald's on top. And the Belfast on the left is a museum to former naval sea power. Served with great distinction through the Second World War and last fired the guns in anger during the Korean War. She was the flagship for the United Nations. A great day out for children. You go right up on the Captain's Bridge and you go down into the engine room as well. Now, just look at the excitements on that lady's face there. Give them girls away, they're having a great day, aren't they? There you see the high arched alleyway to your left. This is Hayes Galleria, shops, bars and restaurants today. And years ago, barges would go under that road cover there, unloading cargo into the old warehouses. This was on walls all the way along here years ago. The old walls left here now is Chamberlain's Wharf. It's now a private hospital, London Bridge Hospital, a warehouse in its day. And on our rights, we've got the famous old Billingsgate Fish Market. On the roof, they still have the golden fish as weather vanes. Billingsgate is world famous for fine fresh fish and the Cockney porters for their foul language, especially on cold and wet winter's mornings. Next door, the blue glass building, St Magnus House, belongs to the OK Celebrity magazine. That's their London offices on the right. It's not on it. Is everybody happy? Lovely weather, isn't it? Now, between the buildings on the right, you're going to see a tall column of a golden figure on the top, the famous monument to the Great Fire of London. And it was built to resemble a candle, as it's said to have been a candle that started the Great Fire of London in the Royal Bakery in Pudding Lane. The old monuments to the right, very famous London vampire. And we're now going beneath London Bridge. Look left and right, you can see the name is carved onto the brickwork. This is definitely London Bridge. And the very first London Bridge was a wooden bridge. And it was built here, somewhere here, by the Romans about 2,000 years ago. A lovely view to the left-hand side of Southwark Cathedral, which dates back to the 13th century. Lovely view of the cathedral on the left. Also to the left, a small sailing ship in a dockway. Can you see the real ship there? Look, a pirate ship. Now hands up, I'm sure many of you have seen it, the film, a very famous film, The Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one. Anyone see that film? You see that ship on the left? It's got absolutely nothing to do with that film. But it could have started, because that is a real pirate ship, a replica of Sir Francis Drake's old ship, the Golden Hind. And there to the left as well, more the old warehouses. That is what the whole of the riverfront used to be like, warehouses end to end. And here we go, Cannon Street Bridge, the station on the right. Now there's only a few working wharves left in London, and there's one just through the bridge on the right hand side. You'll see barges outside. These are loaded with household rubbish. That's what's packed into those containers here. When fully loaded, these barges weigh about 300 tonnes apiece. The barges get towed about 30 miles down the route behind us. And you wonder where they go to. They get taken to a place called Essex. That's what we do about rubbish from London, send it to Essex. Oh, any of you from Essex? Anybody from Essex? A few in the back. It's a lovely place, Essex, isn't it? It goes to a place called Mucking, just down below Tilbury. Southwark Bridge here, just a road bridge. Not a very interesting bridge. A lovely building on the right there, look at that. The new Vintners Place belongs to the Vintners Company, the old wine merchants of London. Over 500 years old, the Vintners Company, and they still have the privilege of tasting all the wine, the port, the sherry and the brandy that is imported into this country. Seriously, that is their job in there. They're sitting there drinking all day long. They do voluntary overtime in there. On the left hand side we've got a round white timber frame building, the Globe Theatre of William Shakespeare. And the first building in London allowed a thatched roof since the Great Fire of 1666. And if you like Shakespeare, it is definitely worth a visit. During the summertime here, they do put on the Shakespearean plays. The building with the tall chimney to the left is the old Bankside Power Station, and this is now converted into an art gallery. Now, if you like modern art, this is definitely the place to go here in London. Do any of you like modern art? Like modern art? Yeah, it's good, isn't it? In there they've got some lovely exhibits, pile of bricks in one room, a burnt out car, a teenager's bedroom, and there's even a flashing orange light bulb that goes on and off all day. What a great day to look forward to, right? And this is the Millennium Footbridge. But have a look to the right through those buildings there, there's a little view of St Paul's there, the masterpiece of Sir Christopher Wren. Now, St Paul's took 35 years to build. It stands 365 feet high. The dome of St Paul's is said to weigh 32,000 tonnes, and it incorporates the Whispering Gallery. And if you get the chance, try and visit St Paul's. That is a lovely building. And if you've got the energy when you go there, look above the dome, look, you see the people on the top of St Paul's, look. There's a viewing balcony up there. And from there you get splendid views of London. You see the miles from the top of St Paul's. Just one small problem, there is no lift that takes you up there. You've got to climb 530 flights of steps. It's worth it, believe me. Now approaching the Blackfriars Railway, doing a lot of work here, and this is all in preparation for the Olympic year. They're improving the transport system of London. They're building a new station to the right, and they're increasing the width of the bridge so the trains can arrive and leave a lot quicker. It's a very busy line, this one, because the trains do not terminate here. They come from the north as well. Where the other bridges like Cannon Street, Charing Cross, Victoria, they all terminate in the capital, coming from the south. The red columns is the remains of the Alexandra Railway Bridge. Became unsafe. This was closed some years ago. They've taken the top of the bridge off and they've left the columns here to commemorate the bridge. This was the first railway built over the River Thames. And it was possible to buy a ticket here in London, take it down to the coast, cross the channel, go all the way to Vienna. This is Blackfriars Railway road bridge, Blackfriars Traffic Bridge. Second oldest road bridge in London, that one, opened by Queen Victoria in 1869.